Hi guys, Kinga here, how are you? In today's video, I wanted to go over some functionality in pop-ups in Klaviyo. I have an example here of one of pop-ups that we have done for our customer, and it's built out of 3 steps. And the first one is where we're asking them whether they would like to get a discount code, maybe later, or skip for now. And then the second step is obviously where they are entering their email. And then the success where we're telling them to go and check their email. Now this pop-up is converting quite well for us right now. So I felt like maybe it's a good example to showcase you and tell you a little bit of the additional functionality that we have here. First of all, styles. This is how this pop-up has been built. You have choices how you build your forms. It could be a pop-up, full page, flyout, or embedded. This is here where you set up your formatting of the forms with padding, colors, fonts, and everything else that you need to include in your design. Another step that is very important is the targeting and behavior. I feel like sometimes many people get confused when it comes to these particular steps. So here we have some extended options now. Klaviyo really built up that function. We usually exclude everyone who is on a cart, checkout, and a success page, because we obviously don't want to show the pop-up to people that are about to purchase. And additional functionality that I find that very interesting here is you can show it by location, but this is a new functionality here where we can target people by their cart content. We are not using it right now, but I wanted to highlight it. And again, when we go back to targeting, then we have the display option, which is also sometimes I find it overlooked. This is where we are telling when this pop-up is supposed to show. So in our example is based on rules where it's showing with a 5-second delay, but you can show it immediately or on a custom trigger. I know that also Klaviyo added this functionality now that it can be shown also as an exit intent, which is great because it really gives you much more flexibility as to targeting your website visitors with forms. Another important thing here is the frequency. In many accounts, I see the frequency set to 30 days or longer. I like to set it to 7 days. So when the visitors are returning, at least they can see it more often. I prefer that it shows more often than not. Additional functionality here is where you can set it up, whether desktop, mobile, or only desktop, or you can build one pop-up that shows on both devices. And this is also fairly new. Click outside, form to close, and on mobile you can click anywhere and the form will close. Another functionality that we've built here is when they click yes, they are going to go to the next step, and you can see it here. If they say maybe later, we are going to close the form, and skip for now, we are also going to close the form. Now, for this particular pop-up, we've chosen to use these buttons just to test conversion rate. But what I also suggest, using that sort of buttons to collect zero-party data, which is basically you can pre-segment everyone before they even going into your welcome flow by asking them sort of like qualifying questions to their purpose or interest, why they're coming to your website, or what is it exactly that they want to shop for, or gender, either male, female, or do they want to shop, for gifts, or it depends what kind of a product you sell on your website. So these are also very good to build them in upfront. So you can create segments. There is a special code that we're adding into these buttons, source code, and this way automatically you are able to create segments and then break down your welcome flow based on particular segments. So I just really wanted to quickly break this down. Additionally, maybe here, let me go and show you the analytic part, because I also feel is quite good. When we look at here, let's say this pop-up is converting at 4.68 conversion rate, but additional steps here, you can see since this form has 2 steps, you can see a submission rate for each step, engagement rate. So there's a lots of useful information here that we can analyze and draw some conclusions based on it. And then when we A/B tested this pop-up, also it gave us the results, and we can see here the performance per each version. So you can find a lot of good information here. I suggest analyzing that data and then draw your conclusions, and based on that try to improve the conversion rate of the pop-up, because obviously we know how important it is. All other flows are based on the conversion of your pop-up, as you really want to gain as many subscribers as possible. So I hope you find this interesting and helpful, and please like, share, subscribe. This helps the algorithm promote this content and reach people that are looking for that sort of information. And yes, I hope you find this interesting, and I'll see you in my next video.